Well, all right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube, Pastor Dowell here. Listen, this is not and I told you so video. It's not. This is hopefully a video that I'm going to try to communicate to get you to put some type of action, physical action, that means the work of your hands, in play, in step, in order for you to try for the little bit of time you got left to preserve you and your family, your homestead. I just got finished watching a video where there was a woman on there, and this is what she said. She says, I'm tired of going to the grocery store and spending $70 on 3 items. And probably that's probably 3 packs of chicken nowadays. And she says, I know life wasn't meant to be for me to literally go out here and grind and then time myself to rush myself to make sure I can get to the next job or the next appointment and just be dog tired every day. And then there's another one that says, why is it we paying taxes on everything? The property we allegedly own, we're basically paying rent every year by paying taxes. We get tax on income, then anytime we go buy something that's tax, oh, here's tax, oh, here's tax. Let me tell y'all something, man. Listen. I've told us, and let me see if I can put this light on right here. Look, I told us many moons ago how to do this thing. And now buying land is literally almost out of reach for most people, especially if you're not going to do things the way that I've suggested for you to do. Because I can tell you right now, it's extremely difficult to get us to be one as a people. You're probably going to go through hundreds of people before you can even get 20 people that's going to be of one mind to create their own community, their own particular lifestyle with laws, rules, regulations, and guidelines. Because you got to have it. You got to have it. I've got people emailing me that want to start a community. I don't know them. They saw my videos and they're looking for basically counseling and advice on leadership and how to go about vetting and dealing with people, including themselves. And of course, I've got it. Boy, man, I tell you, I've learned so much, especially from this last experience, man. I think that thing probably put me up to an expert level. I mean, I deserve a bachelor or a master's degree. I'm telling you, in just life in general. But I can tell you this: for those of you who are new and haven't heard me, this is what I've been saying for decades, well over 20 years on this channel. I said, listen, if you're young, in your 20s and early 30s, go out there and work yourself 2 or 3 jobs. Live like no other American does, which is on bare minimum food, get a very simple lodging where you don't have to pay much in rent, stack Federal Reserve notes, do that for about 5 or 6 years. When you got a nice little nest egg to start, go out and buy you anywhere between 1 and 5 acres of land, preferably 5 acres. Learn building skills so that you don't have to pay the experts out there to build your home. You can do it yourself. I know you can. Look, I'm an old paratrooper. If I can do it, you can do it. All I learned, as soon as I got out of high school, I took a year off to just work. Then I went into the military. Man, then after that, I spent about 10 years in the military. I got out. And everything that I'm telling you, I've done it myself. And guess where I got it all from? I got these instructions. Everything that I'm telling you about and I live by, I got them all from here. Yep, that's right, the Holy Bible. Every single bit of it. And then people will say, well, how do you get it from there? And nobody else is talking about it, because humanity is inherently selfish. Humanity ain't thinking about trying to make sacrifices so you can live better. I've done all this. And so, if you do that, then you're not beholden and a slave to a job or to what they call their retirement. Because you can homeschool your children, you can grow your own gardens, and can. Because right now the biggest thing that people are complaining about more than anything is the cost of food. We don't have that issue and trouble here, because people have followed the example and followed the vision of what Pastor Dowell is doing. Everybody, I don't care where you at, you should be canning. Somewhere you should be canning. And you should always have that food storage, food preparation in your mind. The other day I went into a gun store, and of course they have an A box and a B box, and you got to read it. I think it's the B box is the box that does not contain any pork products. You just have to read the outside of it. I bought 3.5 cases of MREs. What do you buy that for? Again, you're going to find out, and I'm going to tell you. No, you ain't going to find. I'm just going to tell you what you're going to find out, okay? Food is destroying America. Food is controlling the world. Food is one of the greatest commodities and resources that there ever could be. And when you can produce your own food, like for instance, forage for your own living, you can hunt, you can fish, you know how to hunt, you know how to fish, you know how to field dress a deer, you can butcher a cow or a chicken. You have, and then watch this. I'm talking about getting a lifestyle of food. Get you some goats. Get some goat milk, non-pasteurized milk. You go out here and you raise your own cattle. You raise your own food. You don't need much. Your own chicken. You hunt your deer. And now you don't have to worry about all these chemicals, pesticides, vaccines, and everything else that's causing you to have a bad lifestyle. I mean, even if you go into Sam's or Costco today and you go to the meat section, see, I know what good grass-fed organic meat looks like. I know exactly what it looks like. I can tell. They don't even have to put it on the package. I can tell you what it looks like. And when you go in there and see that junk that they got in there, that low base, I can only imagine what they have literally fed those animals that many of you are going out there and consuming and eating, and then you'll wonder why you're full of mucus and you're sick. It's nonsensical. See, what I'm talking about, it costs you something. It costs you time, energy, and effort. It costs you something. You got to become a doer and not a hearer. You can't be lazy and procrastinate in this type of lifestyle. The vision is greater than yourself. If you got children right behind you and you look at them, that's all the motivation you need for a vision. That's all the motivation you need. And I don't feel sorry for people who have made the choice, because you're out here murmuring, you're out here complaining about high energy costs, gasoline, food, clothing, an exorbitant amount of rent just in order, or mortgage to keep a roof over your head. Rent and mortgage is the same to me, because you're still paying out monthly. Only one thing about it is that you think you own your house when you're in a 30-year mortgage, and all it takes for you to miss 2 or 3 of those payments, and it goes right back to the bank. It's just that they duped you into believing that you are a homeowner when you don't own nothing. You don't. And then learning how to insulate yourself from probate. Because once you get something, somebody's out there trying to figure out a way to get what you got. There's a lot that you've got to do. And men, the onus is on you to be sitting up here at night figuring out how to do this and then implement. Because sitting up there just worrying, biting your nails to the quick is not going to get a damn thing done. It ain't going to get nothing done. You have to find a good source of good, clean water. I mean, if you don't invest in yourself and you think that it costs a lot of money for you to do what I've just got, when I just got finished telling you, that even if the trucks stop running to the stores, you'll still be able to eat and preserve yourself. I know how to live without electricity. I know how to live without air conditioning. Done it for many years. I know how to live without TV. Most people can't fathom living without it. I damn sure know how to live without a cell phone. I know how to live to where you got to get up early in the morning, weed the garden. I know how to live when you harvest things. It's not a lazy lifestyle. It's not for the faint at heart. So stop complaining as if you've got choices. You've made your choice just by simply doing nothing. That's what you've done. And so now you're 100% slave to whatever they put in those grocery stores. And you getting out here making videos, murmuring and complaining, it's not going to stop because you're going to be right back there again tomorrow. There's no change. There's no change whatsoever at all. None, zeros, not at all. I literally don't even know what to say, but I think what I'm going to do, because again, I understand people want to, what they call them, people, consultations and stuff like that. You have to book one or something like that. Now I have the people in the world that is literally blowing up my email and asking me how to do this. I just gave you a nice little blueprint, but I didn't give you all the nuances, the ins and the outs. I didn't give you things that you need to prepare for and look for. I didn't give you all that stuff right there. I gave you just pretty much what you should be doing, because the rest of it is going to come to you as you go. That's where I come in. I can pretty much tell you what's going to take place if you go down this path. I can tell you what's going to take place if you go down that path. Why? Because of knowledge and experience. I'm under no illusion whatsoever at all. Even now, I know I made this video, and I pretty much just have literally wasted my breath, even though when you come to this channel right here, you can look at right now, you can look in the archives, you can go back and see that I have literally lived what I've told you, and you can see it. Not only that, not even for myself only. I got over 100-something people that is living a good lifestyle, a very good lifestyle. And they have followed my plan. I mean, my plan works so good. It comes from the Most High. It does. My plan works so good that I can actually buy and purchase land in other states and move people on there, and I don't even have to live there. And they 100% totally free. And guess what? The appreciation that they show is they don't have no trouble whatsoever at all giving an offering. None. Because their offering is a hell of a lot less if they was paying rent, mortgage, you already know all the bills you got out there in the world. You know better than I do. I can tell you, well, Pastor Dowell, why do we need to learn how to build? Because you can build greater and you can build more if you do it yourself. If you do it yourself, you can cut. Let's say if you wanted a home, a simple home of 20 by 30. And that's all your budget required. That's all you've got. And then hopefully in the future you can add on. Well, if you build it yourself, You can go from a 20 by 30 to a 30 by 60. Why? Because instead of spending money out there and giving it to the experts, you can buy more building material and you can add it to your home right now. And then the whole purpose of that home is to be able to have this home so you, when your children get a bit older, you can pass it on to them. But one man by his wisdom is able to deliver a whole city. But these cities today, people don't want to be delivered.